um, sorry I'm so loud or whatever. But I'm just really excited to be back to finally have at least like a little bit of time to, come through for you guys. So I've been saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do the other, and I haven't come through, and I deeply apologize. Like, I hate people who lie, and that's just small stuff I was lying about, So and it really bothered me, but I couldn't really come to you because I haven't had time. But let me tell you what's been happening, because obviously, I haven't been here, and I said I was going to start making videos once a week, and I was going to make blog posts every day during the week. Well, starting in January, I was like, okay, I have a car now, so I'm going to need a way to pay for gas and insurance and just general maintenance of the car. Well, I decided, okay, I'm going to work at a convenience store. I'm not in school. School's not going to start till like the end of the month. I'm going to be fine. I can work Thursday through Sunday, and then, Thursday through Sunday, come back to school on Monday. I don't have class until 1 anyways. Yeah, that didn't work out so well. I ended up working I was working like hardcore, like, we get paid every week, so that was really good for me. Just the drive from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, like, was killing me, like, going down there and then coming back. It was just too much. That, and then I was kind of dealing, though, like, I was learning, like, okay, I need to do this to make it better, and this will make it easier, and, well, turns out, I have to go to a responsible vendor course, which basically is a class saying that you're responsible and you're not just selling alcohol, cigarettes, and things like that to just anybody. Like, you're really paying attention to how old these people are, or if they're coherent enough to buy the alcohol. Like, should I be selling this to you, or are you drunk already? Well, I told these guys, okay, I can't work on Wednesday because I have class on Thursday, so I'm not going to be coming down here on Wednesday and missing class on Thursday, 2 classes at that. That's just senseless. Like, no job is ever going to be that serious for me to miss the education that I'm paying for, Well, they were like, okay, that's fine, whatever. And, so I will work overnight on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I work either overnight or I work like mid-shift, which isn't in the morning, but it's not at night either, So I'd work that shift, and then on Monday, either I'm working overnight, then going to sleep for a few hours and driving back, or I'm going to just end up working on Sunday, and then I go home, sleep for the night, and then drive back the next morning, which that was fine. Like, it worked out fine that way. Well, I ended up going down there the last week I worked, which was the week of February 8th. And I'm like, okay, no, I lied, the week before February 8th, and it's Thursday at this point, and I'm like, okay, nobody informed me we're going to have this class on the 8th. Well, I'm thinking, okay, the 8th is a Wednesday, I'm not going to be able to go to class. So I write a letter saying, I can't go to the class, and also I'm about to start having clinicals on Friday, pre-clinicals on Friday from 5 until, and then clinicals on Saturday from 7 until 3 at the latest, usually. Well, the manager's like, okay, well, we'll try to work with you or whatever, like, we'll see. So I was like, well, I could just do a transfer, so I put that in the note as well. Like, I said I was having clinicals on Friday and Saturday, so I wouldn't be able to work, and I gave him my last day, and then I also asked if I don't know if I said, I asked if I could get a transfer when was my last day. If I couldn't get a transfer, I think that would be it. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. So I decide, okay, I'm gonna go, and so anyways, they ended up like really short. So I ended up working a 14-hour shift and then coming back and work. I went to sleep for like 6 or 7 hours, and then as soon as I get up, they're calling me to come in again. So I'm like, okay, fine. So at this point, I worked a 10-hour shift, and I'm waiting on someone to come. They're supposed to be there at 10, which is when I would normally get off. They're not there. 11 rolls around, still nobody's there. I'm calling the district manager, not the district manager, yeah, the district manager, and then I'm calling the store manager, and I'm calling the assistant manager. The assistant manager is supposed to be coming in, but they don't come in. They're not answering the phone. So I'm like, I'm gonna call the supervisor. I mean the store manager. So she's like, okay, I'm on my way. While she gets in there, she's kind of annoyed because the store's a wreck, because like I was the only one there for 10 hours. I'm the only one here. Are you serious? Which, I have good work ethic. I work really hard and I try to do everything right. Not necessarily like as fast as possible, but I try to be as thorough as possible, And I'm kind of working on being as fast and thorough as possible, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be there doing everything perfectly all day. I'm doing what I have to do, doing quick, getting it done. While she says, so I'm like, oh, as soon as like the store gets clear and I'm helping her clean up a little bit, because I'm like, I don't want to leave it like horrible for her, but I'm not going to stay here and clean up this whole store when it's not my responsibility, because I was left here alone, Anyways, I'm like, oh, I won't be able to come in I won't be able to come into the class. So she's like, well, you can't work until the class. It's February 2nd now, I think. I want to say it's like February 2nd or something. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be able to go to the class or whatever. Like, so how does that work? And she's like, well, we're not going to be able to put you on a schedule anymore. So I'm like, well, when's the next class? Like, because you're not going to take not working for like a week or something. Like, that's fine. Like, it's not a problem. I totally understand. You want people to be like, legally, like, you have a license responsible to sell this stuff to people or whatever. You're not just trying to just say, okay, you want it, I'll give it to you, whatever. I totally understand that, because like, it's whatever, like, addiction is serious. So I'm like, okay, when's the next class? So she's like, next month. So I'm like, are you serious? So you're going to take me off the schedule for like a whole month because I missed the class and I already told you I couldn't work on Wednesday? Are you freaking kidding me? So I'm like, well, I guess today's my last day. I guess when I clock out, it's going to be the last time. So she didn't really respond. She kind of just was like, whatever about it, like, And so I go to pick up my check stub. She's still acting kind of like the next week. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I end up going to the store the week after that because I was still going home. At this point it was time for Mardi Gras. So I'm like, okay, let me pick up my check stub. Well, I end up talking to the girl who I started with, actually. And she's like, okay, yeah, she wrote term on your name. And everybody's wondering, like, what's going on, because everybody saw your letter in her drawer, on the desk. Not in the drawer, I'm sorry, on the desk. And everybody kind of like, I'm pretty sure everybody read the letter. Let's be real. So I'm like, whatever, like, she really terminated me. So I have to call Monday to see, like, what's going on with that, because, like, that is not cool. Like, don't say you terminated me when I told you I quit. Like, that's so ridiculous. So, that's that. And then some things were happening with my car. Like, my fuses weren't working. One of my lights went out. One of the blinkers went out. I had to get a brake tag. Like, I'm in med search now. I had 2 tests so far. I got an 80 on the first one, and I didn't study at all. I don't know. That was all God, guys. I swear to God. But this is going to be my update video, which I'm probably going to post today, which is Sunday. And then I'll even make you guys a video tomorrow. I'll probably do it tonight, so I don't have to do it tomorrow and edit tomorrow, because editing is like that thorn in my side. But I kind of just wanted to get you guys, like, let you guys know what's been going on. And as far as school, I have our first test was on respiratory, fluid and electrolytes, and acid-base balance. Our second test was on diabetes, gastrointestinal problems, and perioperative nursing. So I'm not feeling real good about that test, so I have to go hard. Like, I have to study like hardcore for this next test, which I don't have a problem with. Like, it's my responsibility. Like, I need to study hard. There are people who don't who aren't in the same situation as me who are doing better. Like, they have kids and a husband and a whole house to maintain, and they're doing perfectly fine. And I don't have a house. I'm just technically renting my dorm room. I don't have they have jobs too. I don't have a job. I don't have a house to maintain. I don't have a husband. I definitely don't have kids. Like, what is going on? Like, I think I might be taking this for granted. But like, I'm gonna get myself back on track. I always fail one test a semester. Like, it's just what I do. I don't know. Like, at some point, I'm just like, ugh. And I think that's how I was in the beginning, because I was so exhausted from going to work and commuting and then having to go to class for 3 hours on Monday and Thursday. And then on top of that, trying to make time for friends and making sure I talk to my family, and then trying to stay connected with you guys. Like, it just wasn't working for me. But I got 80 on my first test. I'm happy about that. I'm not feeling so hot about this second test. Starting to study for the third test. And I'm going to make a video for you guys tomorrow. My patient has 26 drugs this week. And that's another thing. We have care plans every week now, guys. Like, we used to turn in one care plan this week, and then we'll just make a couple adjustments and turn it in again next week. Well, when we're doing like the nursing home thing. But now we're in the hospital and we have patients who have different things. I'm on the telemetry floor. Like, I'm going to tell you guys all about this tomorrow. Like, what is going on in my nursing thing. Well, I guess I could tell you guys that. Well, I'm on the telemetry floor, and my first patient, she was kind of just like whatever, like laid back, chill, like nothing fazed her. Like, she was just so laid back. I loved her. She was so sweet, and it was amazing. My patient from last week, she was very sweet. She was like, she's the type of person who likes to, like, oh, this, that is, what that is, what that is. Oh, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Oh, yeah. She really loves to talk. She likes teaching people things, and she loves she just loves meeting new people, I guess. While she was like, oh, you know what a renal seal is? Not a renal, I'm sorry, a rectal seal, and all kinds. She just had all kind of stuff. Like, she was just like, oh, do you know what this is? She was like, yeah, I have a lot of irregular disorder stuff doctors haven't even heard of sometimes. So she taught me a lot, like, yesterday, like, really. And she definitely got me together with the whole patience thing. Last week, every week we have to set a goal for the next week. We have to say what our strengths were that week and then what our weaknesses were that week. This week, I think I put for my strength that I was able to work, because last week's goal was to work on my time management, because I was moving kind of slow that first week. This week I worked fast, I was thorough, and my goal for next week is going to be able to control my facial expressions, because somebody might say something or I smell something and I'll be like, or if they say something I'll be like, what you mean? Like, and I need to control that, because that's not professional, and it could be offending, so working on that. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna start doing these 26 medications, and I'm gonna get started on my labs and everything else. I think I'll do a care plan thing, a care plan workshop type thing on one of my videos. Maybe it'll be my next. It's not gonna be my next videos, because I'm still trying to get you guys into nursing school, which is ridiculous, because this series should have been ended. But that's what it is, and that's my phone. Bestie's calling. Let me just tone it down a little bit. That's all I have for now. I'm drawing blanks here. I probably should have wrote a list. I write a list for everything, and I didn't write a list for this. How ridiculous is that? Anyways, guys, peace, blessings, for real, many blessings. Peace, blessings, and happy studying. And I'm out. Bye.